All right, hello. Sorry, I'm just still getting everything set up. More little changes to this setup to see if it makes it a little easier. One of the things being that I can't hear myself anymore, but we'll see how that goes. So hi, I thought we'd just do an easy Hangout kind of stream here because I don't really have any huge ideas or mind-blowing new modules or anything like that, but I always like chatting with you all and seeing what we can come up with. So this will probably be a new thing, like I said a couple weeks ago, that I'll do more often when I don't have any cool ideas. And yeah, so let's see what we can make. I was thinking today that I'd do some more stuff with Typhoon, maybe Odessa, maybe get some guitar into the mix because I haven't done that in a while and it always sounds pretty cool. So, and hi Forestine. I'm glad Set a Reminder works. I do like that feature of YouTube being able to schedule streams. It's very nice. Anyhow, so let's see what to start with. So I've got the guitar actually coming in here on the right side already. It's over there. I'll grab it in a minute. Maybe we can, I don't know, maybe we can start with that. Start showing that through clouds. Actually, no, yeah, sure. Let's start with clouds, or start with the guitar and shove it through clouds and sort of see where we get to here. Give you a 30-minute warning, huh? Nice. Man, I'll start scheduling these much further in advance then. Okay, so guitar, let's just make sure that I can hear and you can hear. First things first. It's a bit more gain, but sounds good. You just got an electric guitar on the friend payment plan. Not sure how to connect them. Yeah, this is actually something that I've been struggling with a lot lately for scene, is not just the guitars, but generally like, so I have this whole pedal set up down here now, right? And this pedal is great. The problem being that getting the levels right is really, really tough. So I'm thinking I may actually need more of those like pedal modules, like the Strymon AA1 or like the, I think ADAC has a really simple one. Because like, it's easy enough to get to like use an attenuator. Oops, let me make this go down a little bit further. It's easy enough to get an attenuator to get the levels down to work in the pedal, but then when you try to bring them back up again, it's just a mess. So yeah, I feel your pain there. All right. Hey, Jijora. Okay, so let's get this guitar doing something more useful, like going into clouds. So I'll need a longer cable for that. To do all this one-handed, that's okay. And I might as well come out in stereo, see what we get. I think I definitely need to figure out a solution to this camera up here too, because tilting it around is great, but I can't, of course the stream is delayed, so I can't see where my camera is actually pointing, and I don't have a monitor over here anymore, so yeah. Oh, the magic of clouds. You just plug things into it and it already sounds good. All right, what mode are we even on here? I should make sure that I'm on a 1 second buffer so that it's maximum. Okay, sorry, I'll change this around so you can see what I'm doing here. So if you caught my Typhoon stream, you can change the actual buffer size very easily, very immediately, just with the pressing time, which is really nice. By the way, do let me know if it's too quiet on your end, because I'm listening not quite through the same thing. I know. Problem is my computer can't handle more cameras at this point. I might be able to move the camera that I used to have as a face cam, maybe. I've been debating that, so we'll have to see. Okay. Let's move this light a little bit so it's not quite so blinding. Right, so we got 1 second time right now. And what mode are we in? We're just in normal clouds mode, actually the granular mode. So let's stay there. Huge camera array. Sometimes I feel like I need that, like just one that attaches to each side of these individually, but yeah, okay. Problem is, of course, that I can't play much and tweak at the same time, but let's just see. We'll just start from down here and see if we can get anything more interesting. Reverb's already cranked, so. Oh, I got the pitch turned up too. It's actually kind of good. Videodrome, yeah. A video mixer got. There are Eurorack video mixers. I've seen that, and I'm always like, oh man, that's a whole other level. That's a whole other level. Okay, so that. Might need to switch the pitch a little bit here. Switcher for my camera. Well, I do actually have that. That's the Stream Deck right down here. I can switch right back and forth real easy. All right, I'm gonna take, do a pick around. Probably should have prepared for that. Oh well, whatever. Let's just see what a chord sounds like into this. I don't know how this will be. Maybe not so much with the pitch. Let's capture one of these in the freeze buffer and just see what that's like. Some interesting stuff in there. Okay. This is pretty cool. I need something to record the sound that I'm making. Maybe I should use the simulator. Let's do that. I don't know that I'm gonna be able to sync it very well, but I haven't really done much with live audio in a while, so let's see. I'm just gonna put our guitar up into sampling way up there. So let's set this up. Probably need a new folder. Sorry, this is probably gonna be tough for you to see. I have to come around the other side because my guitar's in the way of everything. All right, I'm just gonna pick some folder so that I have somewhere to load stuff to. And we'll sample into, sure, channel 8. Only needs to record once. Looping this is gonna be tough, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna just record for some set period of time first to see if this like conceptually even works. And then, so we'll record for 5 seconds. Safe arming mode, okay. Okay, so now we're ready. Let's see what we can get out of this. All right, I don't know if this is gonna be any good. Well, let's try. Just gonna move this around so that this output is gonna go back through a simulator again. Ritual electronics point use. Controlling trigger with foot for some, that would be really handy. Is that just one of the like expression pedal like input things, or I haven't heard of that. Okay, so we're left, we're good. Let's just see if this works first. Okay, conceptually the idea is there. That does work. However, getting this in time might be next to impossible without something like Jor was saying. What I might do is actually sample a few different, let's make a whole new folder here. I'll sample a few different notes individually and then we'll trigger them for playback and see if they, see if that works a little better. So I'm gonna need a new folder. Oh gosh. How do I create a new folder again? Utility, I think. Yeah, there we go. That works. We'll call it whatever, doesn't matter. Okay, so sample this again. We will go into channel 1 this time. Let's just do a maybe 1 second sample. Here we go. Okay, that's 1 note. Next. Holy, that is a long reverb tail. Okay, next was, yeah, okay. Here we go. Next one. See how that sounds. Good. And the last note. I don't think that was a very good recording. I'll do it again. There, good. All right. As for foot pedal, it's 1U example. Oh, it's a 1U example. Oh, okay. Does it fit IntelliGel 1U? Yeah, I know ADAC has that one that can do like an expression pedal or a trigger pedal or like a whole bunch of other things, right? It's that's one of the ones I'm considering getting to be another interface in terms of levels for the pedal as well. So see when that sort of stuff comes back in stock again. Okay, so now we got those 3 other guitar notes that we've sampled that we can put into clouds here as well. So to do that, we're going to want to trigger it from something. So let's see. What of my many, many trigger sources should we try using today? Needs to be relatively in time for what that's worth. Not that Typhoon is exactly running in time with anything right now, but you don't do the other one, you. I like it. I don't understand why there's the differing specs, honestly, but in sizes between, like, I would have figured that 1U is 1U, like it's a standard unit of measurement, so I don't understand why. I don't know if it was IntelliGel that decided to make them a different size or the other companies that decided to make them a different size, but either way, I don't get it. Okay, we just want triggers, and we just want them in time, so let's just use PAMs. That's nice and simple. PAMs is already being clocked by the vector sequencer down here, so we'll have a look. Yeah, like a square wave. That's exactly the sort of thing I'll probably put out from PAMs here, so let's just see what we got. So we want, I think I want a trigger, but I want it like relatively random. Oh my goodness, come on camera, you can do it. You can see what I'm doing. Okay, so we will add a bit of our skip to it. It's random skip, if you don't know Pam's new workout, just skips a beat. I don't think I want this to be Euclidean. Yeah, I mean, especially now that Pam's has that quantizer and stuff in it too, like, it's pretty full-featured for how small it is. Okay, so a gate with some amount of our skip is a relatively simple starting point. Now, we don't want to trigger all these at once. Yeah, the newest, whatever the newest firmware is that PAMS has a quantizer into it now. You can set one of the outputs as a quantizer from the incoming CV or something like that. I haven't played around with it yet, but... Alright, so I think we'll use the little trick that I've used before, which is where we take our trigger into the top and... Oh, now I'm gonna have to remember how this works to make it trigger at choose a channel at random. There is a way. So you have to set one channel as master and then the others as, is it cycle? Cycle I know goes back and forth, or goes around through all of them. So as we trigger this, it should go, yeah, you can see it cycling. Not exactly, well, that's already way, way faster than we want to go. But. A pseudo-Turing, yeah, you could do a pseudo-Turing machine, is totally true. Yeah, by having a like clocked random output from PAMs and feeding it back into itself. So you have to set level at CV1, yeah. You still use the big knob on your Turing machine, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, there is a way, I just can't remember if it's in zones or if it was somewhere else to make the cycle choices random. Oh, No, all right, whatever. Even if it's just cycling between them, that's still good. Gonna have to see how slow we get this here. This is pretty good. Be a bit loud on the incoming though. Okay, I like where this is headed. I'm curious, just real quick, to see if I add in our little friend, the Ebo. See if anything interesting can come out of that. Turn it down a bit. Ooh, not that one. Maybe a little bit of the distortion on the edge is kind of cool. How's the volume, by the way, for you all? Is it loud enough or is it too quiet? Modular could be louder, okay. Just watching my levels here, it's very easy to... Actually, I really need to figure out how to put a limiter on my audio interface. That would be handy for this. When is ambient loud? Well, fair enough. How about what sort of dynamic range does it have? Because that's what you always talk about in ambient, right? All right, what about the other mode here? Okay, that's a nice sound, but it needs an effect. It needs maybe a delay. So here's guitar. Let's see if we can have something interesting through Rainmaker. Needs reverb as well. Why don't I go, let's do this. We'll go guitar through the reverb pedal, maybe through Rainmaker. See what that does. All right, I'm just going down to the reverb pedal, which hopefully you can somewhat see. Let's edit this and choose a nice large patch. Actually, if I'm going to do it this way, I should not really be going through the modular and then back out to the guitar pedal, because that just like messes with the levels like crazy. So, 1 minute. If I can manage to do this without knocking everything down. Haha. It's basically techno. Yeah, right? It's such experimental techno that you can't even hear the drums. All right, now we're gonna go guitar directly into the pedal. This will make a little more sense. And then we will come out the pedal. And maybe not into Rainmaker, but we'll see. I know, right? That one skiff really made a huge difference, so there's a lot of things on my list to fill it with, just not the funds to do it right now. I don't know what the next thing I may have to get is just a pedal, another pedal interface to make that easier, but then I really want to get my hands on a Zadar, because I want to play with those envelopes. It sounds like it's going to be cool. Trying to build a drum palette, like literally the IntelliGel palette. I get it. What are you putting in the 1U for that? Like what would be useful in a drum centric 1U? Alright, make sure we get a level out of this. Some kind. Yep, alright. We're gonna use... I think shimmer is gonna not sound good. Yeah, no, we're not gonna do shimmer. We're gonna do... Let's do a hall. Let's do a large hall. Very, very long delay tail. Steppy. Yeah, that makes sense. All you really need is a trigger sequencer, right? So, all right. How does this sound already? Let's see. Needs less direct and more effect. Effect level's only 50, so we'll crank that. And we'll... we don't want a high cut on this either, because that'll just cut out the distortion sound thing that I'm looking for. Turn up the density, maybe not all the way. And we might as well add the delay in. I don't know that it's necessarily going to be able to make it be in time, but we'll see. And then we just got to turn way, 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 way down the direct level. Maybe even off. Let's see. You're gonna add a BIA in there. Whoops, I've obviously got the modulation on. Cool effect though, minus maybe turn down the modulation a little bit, but... volume too. I don't know, that modulation might be growing on me a little. Just gonna turn down the gain a little bit. Fair enough. Fair enough. BIA is about the furthest possible thing you could get from realistic, I'm pretty sure. So, have you considered that new one that Qubit has put out, the Surface? By the way, once again, I've somehow made horror music. Every damn time. Alright, let me turn down the modulation, because I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure that that's the delay modulation going on. Yeah. I know, right? If there was a 104 HP palette, I probably would have got that instead of this skiff. Helps when I turn it on. What does this sound like of the high registers? A little too much. I'm always tempted. He's about a 12-hour drive from me, where they are. I'm always like, I should just show up one day. I have been promised by the developer who made Tet. He got in touch with me after my live stream, and he has promised me that when they have a beta for the next firmware for Tet, that he'll send it to me, and I can I'll show you guys what it does. That should be a good time. Okay, so the other thing I was gonna do with this was try to add some Odessa. So I mean, this would... Hell if I even remember what guitar chord I played. I don't remember. 12 hours is drivable in a day. Yes, of course, when we can go places again, yeah. God, don't remind me. Yeah, at IntelliGel, one of IntelliGel's developers. All right. Maybe let's since we were talking about Tet, let's hook that up as a keyboard and see if we can find what key we're actually in. Yes, indeed. 12 hours from one province to the next. well, I mean, from the west side of one province to the farthest west side of the other province, but or not farthest, but almost farthest. Okay, so let's get this focused down here so you can see Tet. So we've got to switch modes here. Oh, we're already in notes modes. Perfect. So in notes mode, probably only really want a trigger because we'll put this all through VCA. Or maybe not. Maybe let's not do that yet. Let's just let Odessa drone until we find the right note here. So in which case we need output 1 since we don't really want the chord output from tetrapad. So now the question is, do I want to control all of the voices individually here? I don't know, but we're gonna put it into root and we'll see what we get. All right, so that's the root. We'll take just the even fundamentals for lack of a better thing. Okay, we got Odessa going. It wants to say this is an E. I think that sounds right. I'm trying to even remember, I remember chord shapes from back when I actually, really tried to learn guitar, but I don't remember what any of them are. Except for, I think, D and G, that's about all I remember. But that might be an E. You can see yourself, yeah. Okay, so let's tweak around with Odessa a little bit here. It's relatively quiet. C, D, E. Of course, we're not controlling all the voices, so we need to go into green mode so we at least have a single voice here. And let's go down some octaves. You're gonna make me remember what? So guitar. What is second fret on the what is it? Second fret on the second and third strings. I think that's either E. Maybe it is. Maybe it's minor. I don't know. You all know that music theory is I just kind of brush over it. I should go up higher for Odessa here. So if we're saying that we're in E minor, I'm just going to quickly change us over here to a minor scale, which is Aeolian, right? I think. You had to wiggle your fingers. Hey, no worries. Thanks for coming by. From the maintenance guy at the hospital. Nice. Okay, so I think we just need to make sure that we're rooted in E now. Okay. Yeah, that definitely sounds right to me anyway, to my ear. We're gonna have to mess with some of the Odessa settings and see if we can find an interesting so we can see. Okay, maybe something like that. It wouldn't surprise me if the guitar is a little sharp. Yes, that was exactly the experience I had learning guitar as well, Forrestine. I'd bring a CD. I think I brought like Goo Goo Dolls, you know, back in the 90s or whatever. And that was what I was wanting to learn. That was the extent of the lessons. Demote her to a bassist. Nice. Okay, let's shut this up for a minute. And let's get this going through VCA. I should play with whether even or odd partials are better too, but for now, we'll just leave that. So I need a trigger. Yeah. What do I want to use for an envelope? I guess we'll just use stages. It's nice and easy. Okay, don't mind me in the corner just making a quick envelope so that we can control this VCA. Come back out here. Too fast. Maybe don't mute it, that helps. Yes. And low pass gate is something else that's on my list. I actually got a very interesting email the other day from a guy in Montreal who is beginning to make his own modules, like locally priced in Canadian dollars and all that wonderfulness. Yeah, he wanted me to check out his stuff, so I might do that because he has a low pass gate and it's cheap as hell. It's not like the, you know, whatever $200 it is for an Optimix. It's like a low pass gate and essentially the same HP, but like $80. So yeah, I mean, once I get more info from him, maybe I'll like order some of his modules and we can do a whole thing. That would be cool. Seems to focus on what's this company called again? Let me find it real quick. Where is his email? Here it is. Yeah, his company is 256K Labs. Some of his stuff started showing up on Modular Good really soon too. So he's got like, if you Google 256K Labs, you'll find it, but he's got like a Logic module, a dual VCA, a Vactral low pass gate. It's actually $50, not 80. What was I talking about? He has a matrix mixer. He has a weird, like a non-Euclidean sequencer thing too, similar to that one that Make Noise makes. So yeah, cool stuff. And they're all like super cheap, which I don't understand. Okay, so we had that. I don't want it to be quite that long. Okay, there's something. Oh, you've seen them. Where did you see them? This, I think, should head through Rainmaker to make it a little more interesting. That's there. Don't need a long one anymore. Can I get by with a shorty? I can. Okay, cool. Well, it's good. It would be good to have another Canadian modular manufacturer, especially one that, unlike IntelliGel, doesn't price everything in freaking American dollars. Alright, let's just mess around with some presets and see if we get anything cool. This could be good. Needs some reverb again, but... When you search for 256K Labs, well, I can just give you the URL too. It's just 250, like the number 256, the letter K labs.com. Ah, you found the modular good. Okay, cool, good. Yeah, the logic module is especially interesting because it's like, in order to change what the logic function is that's going in the back end, you actually physically like remove the old chip and put in a new chip on the back. On 256K Labs site, you mean? If so, yeah, that would make sense. However, when you see it priced evenly in Canadian dollars, that's at least when I assume that the original price was Canadian and not the other way around. It's like $80 flat instead of, you know, $86.32 or whatever. Okay, so I did like this, but I need more reverb. Can't use the pedal, it's already in use. I could try shoving this into the right input of clouds. I don't know how that'll sound, but we can try it. Yeah, that I thought was pretty interesting. I haven't seen that before. Yeah, exactly, Forrestine. It's a huge pain. And then you've got to add shipping on top of that, and then you've got to add duty, customs on top of that. Because I sure as hell at this point would not be buying anything from the States that's not, or that's shipped by USPS. Not a chance. So this does add reverb, but I'm not 100% convinced it just blends in too much. I might need to turn like the output volume from Rainmaker down a little bit. Yeah, $30 and then another however much in GST, and hopefully you're lucky and don't have PST, or hopefully you also don't get dinged by the customs people charging you extra money because they think it's one of those categories that gets extra tax or whatever. Yeah, painful. Hey, don't be sorry. I totally feel your pain. It's a nice little thing. Needs to be quieter still, but... might have to just... I was gonna say throw it through an attenuator. Yeah, I can still do that. So quickly down here. Decide if I like it higher or not. So could record that as a little sequence in Tetrapad and play it back. Tetrapad is not that great though at random skips or things like that. You can set it up with Tet, but it's certainly not as easy as other sequencers. Physically swap the capacitors on the front panel to change the outflow. Wow. They just need to take it a step further and make it so that you have to like solder it in real time to change things. That would be that'd be a hell of a module. So it isn't bad that way. We could also, oh, I was about to say we could try Milky Way, but I forgot that I sold my Milky Way, so we cannot try through the Milky Way. The next effect-related thing that's on my list, I've been debating either a Mimeophone or that Chase Bliss Mood pedal, because that thing sounds super cool. But we'll see. I need to do some rewiring up here anyway, because our Lo-Fi Junkie is hooked directly into the pedal thing right now, and I think what I want to do is have the pedal thing go down into my the pedal I/O go down into my patch bay here, so that I can patch whatever I want, whichever pedal I want into it. It would be nicer. And yeah, an E520. I mean, technically I have the HP now. Thanks for reminding me. Ugh. Damn it. I had forgotten about that. Now I'm gonna be like, oh, but I could do that. Really ER301, but I mean, I don't know when the maker of those is going to start shipping internationally again, if ever, at this rate, so we'll see. You're sourcing a new case just for that, wow. As you said, I've been enabling myself enough lately by getting this skiff, so no more HP for me for a while. Wow, November, is it like that much? There's that many pre-orders? If you haven't seen, by the way, the E520 is this like massive effects processor in Eurorack. It's like, I don't know, 40 plus HP, 50 plus maybe even. But but Google it if you haven't. It has some very, very interesting applications. That was kind of a cool effect. I was curious what that would do. How to make it assign random to everything. Oh, I can't. I have to look up the manual again, or look up my video. Oh, I see. That's like all the capacity the guy has for building them, or? Yeah, right? It's huge. Top two buttons, right. You hold them or something, right? And it eventually does craziness. Now, if you ever wanted to hear your modular screaming at you, there we go. I think I need to doesn't you patch a blank patch cable, I believe, and then it takes it out? Yeah. Now it's at least not doing pitch. Yes, I did get Typhoon. It is amazing. So much better and so much easier to use than my little tiny microburst from before. That's kind of more interesting like that. You're right, it was spoopy. Before I forget that it's in this mode. Does sound a little organy, hey, doesn't it? Yeah. Okay, everybody, that's gonna be about it for me. Got some other things to do tonight, but thanks for hanging out with me. Like I said, I'll do these streams more frequently, just these casual hangout ones, and putting together something because they're fun. And if I have anything more pertinent or interesting or new modules or something else I came up with, then there'll be individual ones for that. But yes, you can slow down the modulation. I do recall that was capable of being done, but I don't remember how. But anyway, so I will leave you all with that. Thanks for coming by. Jajora, Forestine, who else did I miss? Pat was in there, and MV Dirty, thanks. Thanks for coming by, and hopefully I will do this again next week. It'll either be like this, or it'll be something more specific if I come up with some cool idea in the meantime. So, take it easy, and I'll talk to y'all later.